What if I told you that 1972 gave us some of the catchiest, most brilliantly crafted songs that have almost completely vanished from radio playlists? While everyone remembers American Pie and Heart of Gold, there's a treasure trove of incredible music from that year that deserves another listen. Today, we're counting down 10 forgotten one-hit wonders from 1972 that you absolutely need to hear. Number 10. Seaside Shuffle by Terry Dactyl and the Dinosaurs. Terry Dactyl and the Dinosaurs hit number 2 on the UK charts in August 1972 with Seaside Shuffle, one of the most bizarrely wonderful novelty records ever.
So one day the sun is shining, someone say, let's go to Brighton, so we all get up on.
The song is essentially a kazoo-driven, honky-tonk carnival ride featuring washboards and what sounds like someone banging on a tea chest bass.
Where the breeze blows and the air tastes of the sea.
Led by Jonah Louie, they recorded it almost as a joke, a throwback to music hall entertainment. It peaked at number 2, kept from the top by Alice Cooper's School's Out.
We walk along the promenade pier, spend a pound or two of fun and beer, then look around, see.
They tried to follow it up with On a Saturday Night, but it only hit number 45. For One Perfect Summer, though, they owned British radio with possibly the most cheerfully ridiculous song of the decade. Number 9. Sylvia's Mother by Dr. Hook and the Medicine Show. If you want to hear what real heartbreak sounds like, put on Sylvia's Mother. This devastatingly effective tearjerker hit number 5 on the Billboard Hot 100 in June 1972.
Sylvia's mother says Sylvia's busy.
Written by Shel Silverstein, the premise is brutal. A guy calls his ex trying to reach her before she gets married, but he keeps getting her mother on the phone while the operator interrupts, asking for more money.
Sylvia's mother says, please don't say nothing.
Lead singer Dennis LeCourrier delivers the vocal with just the right amount of desperation. The sparse arrangement puts all focus on the story and vocal.
And stay and the operator says.
It launched Dr. Hook's career and remains a masterclass in storytelling through pop music. Number 8. Popcorn by Hot Butter. Popcorn by Hot Butter became one of the first electronic music hits in pop history when it reached number 9 on the Billboard Hot 100 in summer 1972. This all-instrumental synthesizer track sounds like a Moog having a conversation with itself. Originally composed by Gershon Kingsley in 1969, Stan Free's arrangement turned it into a phenomenon. Hot Butter wasn't even a real band, just a studio project built around the temperamental Moog synthesizer. The song topped charts across Europe and predicted the electronic music revolution that would come later in the decade. This was before Kraftwerk, before synth pop became a thing, proving synthesizers could create commercially viable pop music. Number 7. Brandy, You're a Fine Girl by Looking Glass. Brandy, by Looking Glass, hit number 1 in August 1972, knocked out Neil Young's Heart of Gold, then somehow vanished from collective memory for decades.
Fetch another round, she serves them whiskey and wine.
The song tells the story of Brandy, a barmaid in a harbor town, and a sailor who loves the sea more than her.
Brandy wears a braided chain made of finest silver from the north.
New Jersey band Looking Glass landed the hit when a Washington, D.C. DJ started playing the B-side instead of the intended single.
You could feel the ocean fall and rise. She saw its raging.
What makes Brandy special is how it balances melancholy with sweetness.
Brandy walks through a silent town and loves a man who's not.
The line, "My life, my love, my lady is the sea," is delivered with such conviction, you understand his choice.
On a summer's day, bringing gifts.
Looking Glass never charted again after Jimmy Loves Mary Ann stalled at number 33. Number 6, Alone Again, Naturally, by Gilbert O'Sullivan. Gilbert O'Sullivan topped the Billboard Hot 100 for 6 weeks in summer 1972 with one of the most depressing number 1 hits in pop history.
To think that only yesterday I was cheerful, bright and gay, looking for...
The song deals with contemplating suicide after being left at the altar, then losing both parents.
It seems to me that there are more hearts broken in.
What's remarkable is how it handles grief without sentimentality. The production is deceptively light, almost cheerful, creating a disturbing contrast with the lyrics.
Oh, in a little while from now, if I'm not feeling any less sour.
O'Sullivan's gentle conversational voice makes the subject matter even more affecting. While he had other hits like Claire and Get Down, nothing matched this success.
To think that only yesterday I was cheerful, bright and gay, looking for...
It's a masterpiece of melancholy pop that proved audiences were willing to embrace complex emotions in their music. Number 5, I'd Love You to Want Me by Lobo's I'd Love You to Want Me hit number 2 in October 1972 and became one of the most played songs on adult contemporary radio that year.
You never let your feelings show.
The Florida-based singer-songwriter created a masterclass in simplicity. The premise is right there in the title, wanting someone who doesn't want you back the same way.
Something in my soul just cries.
Recorded in Nashville with producer Phil Gernhard, the arrangement is sparse. Acoustic guitar, light strings, gentle drums, and Lobo's warm voice.
Baby, you'd love me to want you.
What makes it work is its universality. Almost everyone has experienced unrequited love, and the song captures that feeling perfectly without being maudlin.
Baby, I'd love you to want me.
The chorus delivers gentle hopefulness that makes you root for the guy. It became a global hit and remains a wedding favorite despite the melancholy lyrics.
You only let it be.
Number 4, Back Off Boogaloo by Ringo Starr. Released in March 1972. Back Off Boogaloo peaked at number 9 on the Billboard Hot 100, becoming Ringo's biggest solo hit until Photograph the following year. George Harrison produced the track and played guitar, giving it that distinctive slide guitar sound. According to Ringo, the title came from hanging out with Mark Bolan of T-Rex, who used the phrase in casual conversation. The song showcases Ringo's natural charisma. He wasn't trying to be John or Paul. He just wanted to make a fun, stomping rock and roll record.
What you think you're gonna do? I got a flash right from the start.
The song has this wonderfully loose quality that makes it feel like everyone was having a blast in the studio. Number 3, Freddie's Dead by Curtis Mayfield. Curtis Mayfield's Freddie's Dead, the theme from Superfly, hit number 4 in October 1972.
All I want is some peace of mind with a little love I'm trying to find.
The song is a devastating portrait of urban decay, addiction, and wasted potential, wrapped in one of the funkiest grooves Mayfield ever created.
If you want to be a junkie, wow, remember Freddie's Day.
Recorded at RCA Studios in Chicago, the arrangement features wah-wah guitar, Johnny Pate's strings, and Mayfield's impossibly high falsetto, delivering lyrics about drug dealing and violence with genuine sadness. What's remarkable is how Mayfield created a commercially successful song that didn't glorify the drug trade.
Yeah, yeah. Love.
Freddie's Dead is a warning, a lament for young men destroyed by drugs and poverty.
Freddie's dead.
It's protest music disguised as a funk jam that still sounds urgent today. Number 2, The Lion Sleeps Tonight by Robert John. Robert John's version of The Lion Sleeps Tonight hit number 3 in December 1972, giving this classic song another life on the charts.
In the jungle, the mighty jungle, the lion sleeps tonight.
The song originated with Solomon Linda's Mbooba in 1939 and became a hit for the Tokens in 1961. But John's version brought a softer, more soulful approach. Produced by Jeff Barry, this version features lush strings and emphasizes the song's dreamlike quality. Where the Tokens went for doo-wop with prominent falsetto, Robert John keeps things smooth and intimate. The single spent 15 weeks on the Hot 100. John wouldn't have another hit until Sad Eyes reached number 1 in 1979. But his gentle reimagining perfectly captured the mellow vibe of early 70s AM radio.
Near the village, the peaceful village, the lion sleeps tonight.
Number 1, Morning Has Broken by Cat Stevens. Topping our list is Cat Stevens' beautiful rendition of Morning Has Broken, which hit number 6 in early 1972.
Again, to like the first praise.
The song is actually a Christian hymn from 1931, but Stevens transformed it into something universal.
Like the first you fall.
Rick Wakeman of Yes played the delicate piano that makes the recording so special, with crystalline quality that perfectly matches the song's message of renewal.
Praise for the singing, praise for...
What's remarkable is how it found commercial success as essentially a hymn when rock was getting louder and more experimental. The arrangement is spare, just piano, guitar, and Stevens' voice conveying genuine reverence without being preachy.
Mine is the sunlight, mine is the morn.
It's rarely played on classic rock stations today, but it remains the definitive version of this hymn, a perfect example of taking familiar material and making it sound completely fresh.
Morning has broken like the...
So there you have it, 10 forgotten one-hit wonders from 1972 that deserve another listen. From Terry Dactyl's kazoo-driven madness to Cat Stevens' reverent hymn, these songs represent some of the most diverse music that year had to offer. What's your favorite overlooked song from 1972? Drop a comment below and let me know. If you enjoyed this trip down memory lane, hit that like button and subscribe for more deep dives into music history. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.